you in the box from the day you born. School ain't teaching freedom, just perform. This ain't no education, this indoctrination. Deaths to detention and shackled by the system. Curriculum's a prism designed to make them victims. Metal detectors, drills instead of lectures. Prepping little niggas for cells, not for professors. Handbooks are pretext, rules get enforced with malice. Hall passes revoked, now they roaming through the palace. School got a quota, same as a warden's balance. Pushing black bodies out, ain't no academic challenge. It sets the suspensions, no second chances. Then juvenile court for behavioral glances. White kids misguided, black kids a threat. Now we bunking with lifers before he finish the test. They building prisons where the schools should stand. Label my future with a stamp in hand. From chalkboards to a concrete cell. It's a setup, nigga, this ain't hard to tell. They building prisons where the schools should stand. Label my future with a stamp in hand. From chalkboards to a concrete cell. It's a setup, nigga, this ain't hard to tell. They track and test scores like they target and pray. But if I fail a quiz, it's a court date delay. Counselor's missing, but the cops on deck. Pull a nigga out of class, got a knee on his neck. Pipeline lucrative, lobbyists approve. Private prisons invest in the path I move. They divesting from schools, diving deep in my file. A kid with a hoodie might as well be on trial. They criminalize defiance, silence my brilliance. Zero tolerance, don't apply with resilience. Restorative talk, nah, punitive plan. Got probation instead of praise for the work of my hands. They building prisons where the schools should stand. Label my future with a stamp in hand. From chalkboards to a concrete cell. It's a setup, nigga, this ain't hard to tell. They building prisons where the schools should stand. Label my future with a stamp in hand. From chalkboards to a concrete cell. It's a setup, nigga, this ain't hard to tell. Fuck a textbook that don't reflect my essence. Taught me my people were slaves, not luminescent. Detracting from my roots while they pumping me fear. Tell me, stay quiet while they gentrify here. AP classes denied, got me moping the halls. But I'm gifted in math when it's ounces and calls. System ain't broken, it's performing exact. Got me locked in a pattern, it's a generational trap. My mama cried in court, said he just needed guidance. But the DA saw quotas, not teenage defiance. Judge pounded the gavel, the bailiff said go. Now I'm learning in the cell what they refused to show. Building bridges where the school should stand. Label my future with a stamp in hand. From chalkboards to a concrete cell. It's a setup, nigga, this ain't hard to tell. They building prisons where the school should stand. Label my future with a stamp in hand. From chalkboards to a concrete cell. It's a setup, nigga, this ain't hard to tell. The system ain't failing. It's designed this way. From the classroom straight to the chain gang. A desk today, a cell tomorrow. Pipeline flowing. Truth they can't borrow.
Slum archivist, brain the crate loop spiral. Hung off vinyl like a priest on a hate-fueled Bible. Recap phrases from a Mongol war chant, then invert the snare with the Yoruba floor dance. Mask off, gloves on, I dissect wax. Pull the whisper off a sermon, then I bled that back. Nigga, I was raised by the hiss and pop. Found church in the clip from a distant shop. Rhyme scheme flipped, I ain't matching your pace. My bars land first, then I double the bass. Like crate rock, brain plot, tape stock warp. Then back it with scalp godson with the blade-shaped fork. It's reverse built syntax, no textbook formula. Found death in the loop from a French girl's formula. Disassemble sound till it cry out pain. Then spit fire with the rhythm of a tribal chain. Nigga till my fingers bleed. Wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Till my fingers bleed. Wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Nigga till my fingers bleed. Wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Nigga till my fingers bleed. Wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Yo, the rhyme starts last, then I match the build. Like Swiss choir humming while the fraction chills. Now rewind, I find the sound I crave. Like backwards chant in the Nazi cave. Multisyllabic code, I don't do basic. Flip Bolivian folk with the throat sung cadence. Nigga, I splice with the patience of a death row doc. Making beats out of grief from a techno flop. Every line invert, I begin at the end. Loop, rust, then bust with the violin blend. Like married to the static, like a junk fiend preacher. Then cut drums out of prayer from a punk scene teacher. Track surgical, words in a vice. Split syllables, slick like I'm throwing them dice. I ain't looking for fame, just that arcane sound. Buried deep in a box where the lost ain't found. Until my fingers bleed, wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Until my fingers bleed, wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Until my fingers bleed, wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw. Until my fingers bleed, wax cut raw. Loop a funeral chant with the chainsaw draw.
Yeah, chillin'. What more can I say? Real smooth, but it still got that grit. Let the tape ride. Yo, I sparked the day with a snapback and black Nikes. Gold grill dreams, broke steel, but my rap's pricey. Bench on the Ave, cardboard with the tags. Old heads sipping malt liquor, breaking down the past. Fat laces drag, I walk with the boom in my aura. Juice in the flask, mine sharper than a lawyer. Used to post up at bodegas with a tape deck. Now I lace lines like twin Tims on the same step. Park jam, echo block out the soul of a sack. Shell toes, crunch grabber while I stroll through the facts. Ain't a thing changed but the slang and the slanging. Still ducking jakes with the tape steady banging. Cruising down the Ave with the vibe on blast. Boom bap knock while the memories flash. Niggas stress don't stick when the rhythm feel right. So we lean with the scene to the glow of the night. Cruising down the Ave with the vibe on blast. Boom bap knock while the memories flash. Niggas stress don't stick when the rhythm feel right. So we lean with the scene to the glow of the night. It's the same script, new reel, feel the 9-5 blues. Still chasing rent with the ink stained shoes. Cousin got locked, mom's working 2 gigs. Shorty caught a charge for some dumb little bid. Payphones and beavers, bubble coats in the summer. Split a hero sandwich, talk dreams with my brothers. Graph on the wall, spell the pain in the bricks. City bleeds, jazz riffs, I decipher the licks. These streets ain't forgiving, but the cipher still holy. Knowledge through the static, that's the era that mold me. Niggas want chains, I just want peace of mind. So I rhyme like it's church over premise baseline. Cruising down the Ave with the vibe on blast. Boom bap knock while the memories flash. Niggas stress don't stick when the rhythm feel right. So we lean with the scene to the glow of the night. Cruising down the Ave with the vibe on blast. Boom bap knock while the memories flash. Niggas stress don't stick when the rhythm feel right. So we lean with the scene to the glow of the night. No chrome wheels, no gimmicks, just skill. Fat drums, real loops in the pocket to kill. We was raised on the scratch and the hiss. Now I spit like a bishop with a fist full of scripts. Let it knock in the whip. Nostalgic and live. Boom bap for your soul, kid.
Snatching snacks with a monologue. Metal face mumbling facts over an analog. Loop crackle, kettle pop, fish grease syntax. Flipping through his own brain like old coat of chrome packs. Heard he wrote rhymes on receipts from a noodle shack. Laced it with a riddle about a pigeon in a poodle trap. Stole the show, mask low, cap slanted. Gibberish to dummies, to the wise it's enchanted. Snapbacks and gas masks, thumbtacks in the map. Still found a way to collapse time in a rap. Never clapped a gap, but the pen game's gory. He'll turn a sneeze in the booth to a murder story. Samples loop sideways, chopped like a surgeon. Spits with a smirk, then vanishes behind the curtain. Villainous, meticulous, twist up your syllabus. One-liners coded like biblical images. Metal to the jaw, tongue sharp as a fang. Cooking up a ball while the chicken still hang. Villain stay still, let the chaos swing. Mask on the mantle next to old king's rings. Metal to the jaw, tongue sharp as a fang. Cooking up a ball while the chicken still hang. Villain stay still, let the chaos swing. Mask on the mantle next to old king's rings. He don't say real talk, he just peels off lines from a scroll found deep in a sealed vault. Villain voice of a mid-flow, don't touch, burn slow like a soul food stove on clutch. Peep the cadence like he talking to himself. Triple A rhyme sitting dusty on the shelf. Iron Chef Lingo spoil a beat and rhyme brine. Serve it with a curse and a comic sign. He might pause mid-verse, sip yerba mate, then keep spitting like the beat owing back pay. Ad-libs, nah, he just grins in Morse code. Catch the bars if you been down that fork road. Metal to the jaw, tongue sharp as a fang. Cooking up a ball while the chicken still hang. Villain stay still, let the chaos swing. Mask on the mantle next to old king's rings. Metal to the jaw, tongue sharp as a fang. Cooking up a ball while the chicken still hang. Villain stay still, let the chaos swing. Mask on the mantle next to old king's rings. Never knew his real name, just knew he bent frames with a vinyl loop and a fortune cookie full of flames. And even in silence, you could hear the clang of a mask that never rapped for fame.
I was raised where the sirens preach, concrete teach, where the preachers speak less than the fiends screech. Mama's rent late, daddy ghost like a chalk trace. Roaches in the oven, heating bread like it's gourmet. These niggas fake woke, post quotes with a blindfold. I spit what the graveyards know, stories time told. Ain't no fair shot, just a mug shot or a casket. Dreams get sold, hope tucked in the plastic. Ain't no peace here, just liquor in the peace sign. Grew up learning how to squeeze for you read lines. Government feed lies, school books rewrite pain. But I remember every name in that blood stain.
They cry, now they can't mute the flame. Every word I drop got a broke nigga's name. Voice of the lost, of the ones that ain't fly. I speak from the dirt, you can't kill the cry, can't kill the cry. Yeah, can't kill the cry. You can chain the flesh, but the soul don't die.
My pen ain't a verse, it's a middle finger raised to the judge, to the badge, to the wage. They ain't raised, we scream loud in the court, still drown in the docket. Section 8 dreams stuffed deep in the pocket. See my cousin got locked trying to feed his seed. Now his baby girl asking why the world's so mean. I done seen too much, I can't sleep when I blink. I be talking to the gun more than I talk to a shrink. Ain't no therapy for this, just blunts in the baseline. Trying to right wrongs with a wrong out of state lines. They love our slang, hate our skin, want our rhythm but not our pain. Our chain, our dead in the zip.
Never heard us cry, now they can't mute the flame. Every word I drop got a broke nigga's name. Voice of the lost, of the ones that ain't fly. I speak from the dirt, you can't kill the cry, can't kill the cry. Oh, can't kill the cry. You can chain the flesh, but the soul don't die.
To the ones in the trap, in the cell, in the field, you worth more than this war trying to make you kneel. They don't hear you, but I do. Swear I won't lie, I ain't here to be rich, I'm just here to testify. This for every nigga past, for every mama broke, for the water that they poison and the dreams they choke, for the schools with no chalk, for the meals with no meat, for the babies in the crib hearing gunshots repeat. They tried to write us out, now we scribbling back in graffiti and rap, in the voice that they lack. They told me shut up, I spit louder with grief. Every bar's a march, every rhyme got teeth.
They never heard us cry, now they can't mute the flame. Every word I drop got a broke nigga's name. Voice of the lost, of the ones that ain't fly. I speak from the dirt, you can't kill the cry, can't kill the cry. Yeah, can't kill the cry. You can chain the flesh, but the soul don't die.
Yeah. Ain't no saving it now. The bricks falling like the dreams that built them. It's that gutter scripture. Yeah. Yo. Peeling pain on them tenement frames, adrenaline flames, rats dancing alleyways, settling claims with meddling gangs. Boarded buildings like coffins for hopes that die slow. Children scribbling curses in chalk where life don't thrive, bro. Street lights flicker like twitching nerves in a junkie's vein. Whole block of cemetery tagged up in bloody stains. Concrete jungles where hunger's a daily medallion. Evictions echo like drum kicks inside a battalion. Broke glass mosaics reflect what's missing inside, while the rich play savior with a ribbon disguise. They rip pave injustice with a smoother decay, while we stitch dreams with thread pulled from yesterday. Cracks in the concrete, dreams in decline, smoke in the skyline. Death in design, cracks in the concrete, dreams in decline, smoke in the skyline. Death in design. I watch liquor stores blossom where libraries died. Cops circle blocks like vultures waiting on pride. We ain't lazy, nigga, we just labor for nothing. Bust a gut for a boss who still short you by something. Pothole philosophies taught by the curb, where a sermon's a bullet and a lesson is nerve. Pastors on corners preach wealth with gold chains, while Miss Loretta boiling rain just to chase the pain. Mailboxes rusted, no letters, no love, just subpoenas and threats. Addiction wearing a glove. Crumbling school walls, molding events, teach you fractions of truth but charge full rent. Cracks in the concrete, dreams in decline, smoke in the skyline. Death in design, cracks in the concrete, dreams in decline, smoke in the skyline. Death in design. Stray dogs roam like us, lost, bruised, and grim. Each bark a reminder of how loud silence been. Hustlers like prophets with dimes in they coat, spit scripture through gritted teeth while they iron they hope. Nails on the windows, bars on the trust. Hope got evicted, now it sleeps in the dust. Gentrify the pain, paint murals of peace, while the devil in a suit sells the poor to police. This ain't no myth, this rots in a rebar. The blueprint for genocide drawn in a Czar cigar. We ain't asking for mercy, just bricks that don't fall. But these city blocks talk and they don't stall. Cracks in the concrete, dreams in decline, smoke in the skyline. Death in design, cracks in the concrete, dreams in decline, smoke in the skyline. Death in design, yeah. A city can't die unless someone lets it, but they let us rot slow. Piece by piece, brick by brick.
Sell your dreams on a layaway plan.
Trying to lease what they'll never understand. Buy now, regret later.
Commercialized pain, they disguise as a pleasure trip. Dollar signs dangle like chains on a fellowship. Buying fake freedom from a mall with a membership. Debt is the leash they attach to your censorship. Brand name stain in the brains of the innocent. Influence heavy, make you chase what's irrelevant. Marketing's magic, but the spell got a sentiment. Selling you the sickness while they tax the impediment. Design a disease, stitch clean in the business suit. Convince you that struggle just means you ain't in the loop. Niggas kill for a pair of kicks, that's the bitter truth. Then wonder why they trapped in a box with a thinner roof.
They putting price tags on what we breathe. Got you chasing they dream while your own dissolve. Stacking riches off what you believe. Now you deep in a hole that you can't resolve. They putting price tags on what we breathe. Got you chasing they dream while your own dissolve. Stacking riches off what you believe. Now you deep in a hole that you can't resolve.
Indoors in destruction with a logo and slogan. Niggas fiend for the image, got no clue what they soaking. Pockets stay bleeding, but the credit card's golden. Your soul on consignment, but the void stay open. Subscriptions for happiness, payments for relevance. Scrolling through illusions, got you buying malevolence. Algorithms know you better than your relative. Curated desires, now your purpose is tentative. Tasty paradise, swipe life with a weak code. Depth stacking higher than the rent on your beat mode. Cop a new fit just to flex for a repost, but still feel broke when you look in the peephole.
They putting price tags on what we breathe. Got you chasing they dream while your own dissolve. Stacking riches off what you believe. Now you deep in a hole that you can't resolve. They putting price tags on what we breathe. Got you chasing they dream while your own dissolve. Stacking riches off what you believe. Now you deep in a hole that you can't resolve.
Culture got auction, identity sold in packs. They taxing the struggle, now poverty's on the rack. Trying to trademark style from the slums of the map, then sell it back to niggas with a markup attached. Slaves to the logo, worshiping empty glass. Fast food for the brain, keep the questions unasked. I seen homies get lost
nothing to purchase and crash. Trying to fill what they missing with a digital stash. The real wealth's free, but it ain't on the shelf. It's in books, it's in peace, it's in knowing yourself. So fuck a Black Friday, I'm buying my health and telling these niggas stop buying they hell. They putting price tags on what we breathe. Got you chasing they dream while your own dissolve. Stacking riches on what you believe. Now you deep in a hole that you can't resolve. They putting price tags on what we breathe. Got you chasing they dream while your own dissolve. Stacking riches on what you believe. Now you deep in a hole that you can't resolve. Everything's for sale, except the truth. Shop smart before you shop yourself.
I can't buy love, can't pay rent. Money, dreams,
but the pockets stay lean. Money, dreams, but the pockets stay lean.
stacking paper, nah, just stacking stress. $1 short, a lifetime late. $1 short, a lifetime late. Life short.
Bank accounts, anorexic ribs showing in decimals. Dreams stretching farther than ethics of federal edibles. Credit a circle like debts, got a scent trail. Mom's phone ringing with threats in a dead cell. Niggas pitch product while I pitch potential. But broke philosophy ain't got a rich credential. Eviction notice tucked behind coupons. Dreaming of pools while I'm sleeping with boots on.
Money low, but the dream's high.
Shooting for the bins while the tears dry.
While it's flat, but the mind's gold.
Ghetto born, but the plans gold.
Money low, but the dream's high.
Shooting for the bins while the tears dry.
While it's flat, but the mind's gold.
Ghetto born, but the plans bold. Poverty's a prison with invisible shackles, where ambition gets measured in missed Apple Jackson raffles. Niggas flipping vices, ducking state advisories, while I'm plotting mergers in my notebook silently. Penny count dinners, still I toast like I'm wealthy. To the pain that built the hunger and the struggle that melt me. Clothes from a bin, thoughts from the stars. Balance sheets broken, but I'm dreaming in cars.
Money low, but the dream's high.
Shooting for the bins while the tears dry.
While it's flat, but the mind's gold.
Ghetto born, but the plans gold.
Money low, but the dream's high.
Shooting for the bins while the tears dry.
While it's flat, but the mind's gold.
Ghetto born, but the plans bold. Fiends pay more for a hit than I got in my pocket. So I rhyme like a prophet while they die from the profit. Corner store budget, but I bargain with fate. Plotting numbers like I'm trying to launder karma and hate. I ain't sleeping 3 days, bills doing gymnastics. Flipping on my sanity, bouncing off my last wish. But pain be the paintbrush, broke be the canvas. So I pen my escape like a broke nigga's anthem.
Money low, but the dream's high.
Shooting for the bins while the tears dry.
While it's flat, but the mind's gold.
Ghetto born, but the plans bold.
Money low, but the dream's high.
Shooting for the bins while the tears dry.
While it's flat, but the mind's gold.
Ghetto born, but the plans bold.
I'll make it someday. I'll make it someday.
All I got is a dream, and this rhyme. Money talks, mind silent.
bitch it up, bro. Bitch it up,
Still sipping tap from a chalice. Blueprints hidden in the fridge behind the salad. Yo, came through with a broom in a room full of skeletons. Rapping out equation, nigga counting up the melanin. Sentience, delicate, balancing the deficit. Cook a beat grimy like it crawled out of tenement. Still benevolent, masked like a revenant. Wordplay tangled like the wires in your residence. Heaven sent, hell nah, he cooked ramen in the gold pot. Wrote the whole verse while you scrolling on your pole slot. Slow bop, pendulum clock with a shift edge. Sneaker tongue flapping like the lips on a rich bed. Misled bed, he disguised it in a haiku. Niggas talk loud, he just hums in a fly tune. Tri-boom, triple back, syllable contortionist. Eating metaphors out the can like a scorpion dish. Spits morphing, shift pitch like accordions. Crack a line open, there's a sermon in the coordinates. Me, I don't blink, don't breathe too fast. Just think and think, let the green move past.
Niggas all cap, he just laughs in the mask. Got a 4-bar spell in a flash. Me, I don't blink, don't breathe too fast. Just thinking ink, let the green move past. Niggas all cap, he just laughs in the mask. Got a 4-bar spell in a flash. Yeah. Unzip thoughts, spill sauce in a spiral. Metal face menace, got a Bible full of vinyl. Stands is elastic, loop in a zigzag. Beat so filthy it was raised in a meth lab. No cap, more trap doors than a dungeon. Punchline shuffle like a priest in a function. Function malfunction, code in the syntax. Got you seeing glyphs on the stove where the ink splat. Speak facts, rarely prefer obscure. Line hit dirty like a mop of manure. Encore with a tape, hiss him then a glitch. Rapping out scripture like he hacked in the pitch. Nigga please, he breathe the iambic. Rhymes like a prism in the dark, real frantic. Every 8 bars like a sermon from a recluse. Still ducking mics like subpoenas in the neck noose. Me, I don't blink, don't breathe too fast. Just thinking ink, let the green move past. Niggas all cap, he just laughs in the mask. Got a 4-bar spell in a flask. Me, I don't blink, don't breathe too fast. Just thinking ink, let the green move past. Niggas all cap, he just laughs in the mask. Got a 4-bar spell in the flash. Blueprints in the biscuits, logic in the line. He ain't trying to flex, he's just folding up time. Quiet as a grave, loud as a landmine. With the method that defied every damn sign.
This ain't no anthem. It's that raw cry from the pavement. Same streets, same names, same pain. Just a different decade. Listen close. Yeah. Born in the zones with patrols in a pattern, where the ghetto gets mapped out in codes like Saturn. School books torn, got the pages missing, while the board of ed cashing on state decisions. Taught the pledge to a flag with a fork in his grin, but the scale been tilted, got the cord in a spin. My pops did time for a gram in his coat, while they write off billions, still floating the boat. Yeah. Red line ink on my fam's address. Bank denied loans with a casual yes. Label us threats, but we built this nation, brick by brick with the whip's foundation. A history erased, now they gentrify pain, turn our struggle into profit with a bougie name. But the truth can't sleep when the wound ain't closed, so I spit for the names and the fouls they froze. They lock the gates, then blame the cause. We push through brick walls, not open doors. They paint us beasts, then claim remorse, but we still rise with a lion's force. They lock the gates, then blame the cause. We push through brick walls, not open doors. They paint us beasts, then claim remorse, but we still rise with a lion's force. See, the laws ain't blind, they selective as hell. Got my nigga in cuffs for a minor detail, while execs in the tower do coke by the stack. Then hit a TED talk, get a book deal back. 3 strikes built to cripple the kin. Same streets where the narcs plant the shit to begin. Job apps tossed with a black sounding name. Same suit, read my resume, laughed at the game. They fear what they built, so they build more cages. Feed us trauma in songs, then sell us stages. Microaggressions in polite disguise. Smile in my face, but deny my rights. System ain't broke, it was made like this. From the cotton fields up to the date of the list. So don't tell me to chill when I bear my scars. Y'all profit off pain and parade of stars. They lock the gates, then blame the cause. We push through brick walls, not open doors. They paint us beasts, they claim remorse, but we still rise with a lion's force. They lock the gates, then blame the cause. We push through brick walls, not open doors. They paint us beasts, they claim remorse, but we still rise with a lion's force. Yeah. It's for every nigga denied a voice. Every sentence longer than the white boy's choice. Every denied loan, every first step.